Welcome to WorkFit Systems. This is our informational series designed to maximize the impact of the WorkFit system in your organization.
In today's message, we're going to discuss what is WorkFit. Jay, as I've gotten involved in the WorkFit business, I'll tell people about it, and they ask me pretty quickly on, what is WorkFit? What's it all about? And I can't think of a better person to ask than the creator of WorkFit. And why did you create it, and what is it?
Yeah, I think that's probably the best place to start. Why? I've been in the movement industry for over 25 years. And when I was first taught how to engage people in movement, how to help them achieve their goals, it was all designed to be in the bricks and mortars of my facility. So they would come in for that half hour or that 1 hour, 1 to 2 times a week, and I would maximize their time. And then as I started to go through that process, I realized, well, that's not enough for them to achieve their goals. They're not moving enough still. So then I started to lay out and get integrated into mobile apps. And I said, I've got to design at-home programs for them to reach out to them. So I went through that process, and I got better results, but still not the results that I totally wanted. I knew they needed to move more. We know the importance of moving more and how critical that is to offset the chronic diseases that we could potentially face through our life. So I sat there and I said, well, where are they most? Where are they most? I'm like, it's work. That's where they're at most. They're at work anywhere from 8 to 10 hours a day. They're doing the same repetitive patterns 8 to 10 hours a day. Whether sitting in a chair, whether they're on an assembly line, it doesn't matter to me. That's where they are the most. And we've got to disrupt that. We've got to get them moving more. So that was the reason why WorkFit started.
Well, one of the things, I tell people it's short 15-minute sessions, that you don't need to change your clothes. It's not an aerobic type of thing. So why did you make it 15 minutes in length, and what type of equipment are you using?
Okay, so 15 minutes in length. I said to myself, well, what's the minimum amount of time that they should spend to maximize the results? So that's what I first looked at, because I knew everyone would combat it with, I don't have time.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked at it and said, well, can we develop something in 1 minute to get them to move, or 2 minutes?
Yeah.
And the answer is yes, but I didn't feel that would maximize the potential. The person has to feel the results. If they can feel the results, they're going to use it more. It's going to be a part of this ritual. So as we laid this out, we said 15 minutes. 15 minutes is optimal time. And that's the creation or the reason why the program duration is that. And then the next thing that we said is, okay, we've got to make it personalized. This program has to be personalized for the person. They got to feel that it's relevant to them. So we created a system where that they could answer a few questions on an app. Were they at work? Were they at home? Was there areas of discomfort, shoulders, wrist, whatever it happened to be that day? They could answer it, and they felt that it was, hey, this is personalized to me. This is not a cookie cutter program.
So it's customized.
It's customized.
Yeah.
It's customized. And then when we created the WorkFit system, we said, okay, we've got to create an area in the workplace that they can do this, that they feel comfortable and competent. And it's got to be integrated within their day-to-day activity. So we designed the WorkFit kiosk. A kiosk that is in the size of a 10 by 10 room that they can go in. It's completely personalized with the questions, but also that they can close the door and feel comfortable that they're not being judged, no one's looking at them, and that they're following along on an app and they're getting guided. Every move is being guided, so they know what they're doing is right.
So you become a virtual trainer for them depending on what they need.
In essence, yes.
And so you have several pieces of equipment.
Yep.
Could you tell us something about those?
Well, one of the privileges of being in the industry for so long is I've linked up with a lot of the industry experts and been able to utilize more and more equipment through the years. So the equipment that is in there is high tech. We have power plate whole body vibration platforms to realign and rejuvenate your body. One of my personal favorites is there's a true stretch cage that in almost every professional organization, athletic organization, you will find that in there. This true stretch creates comfortable and competence in stretching. So it's a great piece of equipment that people love. As you know, there's an ergo chair. This thing has to look, feel, and smell like the activity you're doing. So if you're at the desk, we got to make you a better sitting athlete. So we put you on this ergo chair, and it moves underneath you, and it gets those hips moving and grooving. So that's some of the equipment that you'll find in the kiosk.
Great.
Yeah, and the last thing that we knew that we had to develop with the platform, it had to be mobile. Okay, not only is it in the kiosk, in the WorkFit Pro kiosk at your company, but you can also take and utilize the app on your iPhone, your Droid, your tablet device. You can do it right at your desk. You can do it at home. So it reaches you in all sorts of platforms, all sorts of areas. For instance, on the road. You're at the hotel, you've got to be able to move. What are you going to do? Open up your WorkFit app.
Oh, that's great. So, I mean, you're covering them in the workplace, you're covering them on the move, if they're traveling, and you're covering them at home, so they can fit in these brief workouts almost virtually anywhere, and customizable.
Yeah, I thought that was key.
That's fantastic.
Yes, thank you.
So thank you for sharing that with us.
Yes.
And it helps me.
Yes, and if you guys, if you have already engaged in the WorkFit system and you have more questions on what is WorkFit, please feel free to reach out to your WorkFit Wellness Coordinator. And if you have not yet engaged in the WorkFit system, please reach out on the website at workfit.us.